It's Wednesday, January 3rd. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-Minute Fix. Welcome to the 5-Minute Fix, where we take stories about pretty much anything from pretty much anywhere and try to give it to you in 5 minutes or less. Today, I had a few options on my plate, and it was really a toss-up, so maybe you probably see the one that I was thinking about for today on Friday, who knows. But today's story is about an individual who claims that Netflix forced them to marry a psychopath. What am I talking about? Let's take a look. Drugs, abuse, imprisonment. A secret Love is Blind legal battle spills out into public view. Now, apparently this is a Variety exclusive, so I guess we'll thank them for that. Exclusive for only a little bit of time, because obviously once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. So for those of you who don't know, Love is Blind is a Netflix reality TV show where individuals date amongst each other. I think there's like 8 or something of them, 8 or 12. I can't remember the number, but there's a bunch of people, group, men, women. They've done it with just women before as well. Pretty sure they've done it with just men before as well. But essentially the premise is you date, you talk to a few people, you find somebody you really click with, all without seeing what they look like in person at all, until you make the decision. Either you're going to propose to this person or you're just gonna say, you know what, screw it, I'm out of here. Very interesting concept. If you like trash TV, I highly recommend it. In November 2021, a Love is Blind casting agent reached out to Renee Poche on Instagram to see if she would be interested in participating in the Netflix reality phenomenon that encourages romance between participants before they see one another face to face. After passing a grueling interview process, the Texas veterinarian began filming in April 2022, joining the season 5 cast of 15 men and 15 women in Los Angeles. Okay, there you go. 15 men, 15 women. And actually, that's wild that they just reached out to her on Instagram. That is bananas to me. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but that just seems crazy. On her first night, production staff seized Poche's phone, passport, and her driver's license. She claims in legal filings, and kept her locked in her hotel room, unable to leave without a cast wrangler accompanying her. Poche wound up in a so-called showmance with Carter Wall, who landed a spot on the series despite being allegedly broke, jobless, unhoused, violent, and addicted to amphetamines and alcohol. A stunning feat, given the thorough vetting done by Delirium TV, the show's production company. Poche says she was forced to spend long stretches of time alone with Wall, who she describes as abusive on and off camera. Now, obviously the vetting process is going to be thorough, just like the article says. I find it kind of hard to believe that he is all of these things: broke, jobless, unhoused. Obviously anybody can be violent or addicted to amphetamines and alcohol. I just find it strange that this didn't come out in the vetting process. Once filming wrapped, Poche ended her relationship with Wall and made a few public remarks about her Love is Blind nightmare. As a result, Delirium initiated private arbitration against Poche for purportedly violating her non-disclosure agreement. Behind the scenes, the company is seeking $4 million from a woman who earned a total of $8,000 from her appearances on the reality series. Oh my goodness. Suing for $4 million? I mean, a contract is a contract, but that's a little egregious. Also, $8K, how long are they there for? It seems like a little bit of a long stint, but yeah, who knows? Quote, "My experience on Love is Blind was traumatic," Poche tells Variety. "I felt like a prisoner and had no support when I let Delirium know that I didn't feel safe. I tried to deal with these emotions over time and eventually felt like I needed to share what had happened. I felt it was only right to let others know the truth of what all of the castmates had to endure." I mean, obviously that's a traumatic experience. I'm not going to doubt that. If she felt unsafe, no one ever wants to be in that situation. But to say that all the other castmates felt the same way, speak for yourself. How about that? Speak for yourself. Now, Poche is fighting back with the help of Hollywood power lawyers Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos, and has filed an explosive suit against Netflix and Delirium that details her ordeal both during production and the ensuing arbitration battle with the show's producers. The lawsuit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, is seeking to nullify Poche's contract and is claiming intentional infliction of emotional distress, along with violations of various California labor and civic codes. Netflix and Delirium did not respond immediately to a request for comment. Quote, "These so-called reality TV contracts are, in reality, illegal," says Friedman. "They are designed for an illegal purpose and are void as a matter of law. We have hundreds of clients who are ready to assert their claims." The Poche suit is part of a much broader war being waged by Friedman and Garagos against the reality industry, which has long been criticized for being exploitative. In July, Bethany Frankel enlisted the pair to fight for basic workplace protections enjoyed by those who work on scripted fare. 1 month later, Friedman and Garagos fired the opening salvo by sending a litigation hold notice to NBC Universal that accused NBC of, quote, "a pattern and practice of grotesque and depraved mistreatment of the reality stars and crew members on whose account its coffers swell." Can we get a round of applause for the verbiage used by lawyers, especially Hollywood lawyers? My goodness, that just screams an atrocity in my eyes. And said a, quote, "day of reckoning was afoot." Friedman and Garagos are now representing several hundred reality stars and crew members who have been subject to everything from false imprisonment to sexual violence. I do believe I heard something about this, that there were other situations times where reality TV shows didn't treat the contestants or whatever properly. Most notably recently, Squid Game, The Challenge was one that had popped up in the atmosphere of this. All right, so there's a little bit more left on that article. I'll leave the link below as always for you guys to check it out. Here's the thing, not for 1 second am I doubting this woman's claims. If she was abused by this person, this individual, she deserves justice. Now, should it be against the person themselves or the studio? You know, I guess that's what you go to court for to figure out. Now, again, don't get me wrong. People should not be, you know, treated unfairly on these reality shows. But damn, do I love a good reality show. And honestly, I feel like the trashier it gets, the wilder these situations probably are. All I'm saying, please don't take away reality TV. I need something to sit down and lose my mind to, just not think about things. It would be a travesty if that was the case. But enough about what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich, and this has been your 5-Minute Fix.